NBC, it's Ron. Thanks for stopping by. Well, I got a nice little stack of vinyl to show today. Recent finds. Yay! Alright. I went out Saturday and I hit 2 record stores. In one of them I got a pretty big stack, and it seemed like it was all from the same person. It was all 60s, real clean, original shrink wrap. A lot of it was upgrades for me, but you know what? I can trade in my old copies and get something else, and so yeah, it was a good day, that's for sure. Right, let's get started with the first album by the Lemon Pipers, Green Tambourine. This is a cutout copy with a $1.39 price sticker, and it says Sutton Record Company. That's the distributor. And I did some checking, and Sutton is actually related to the record label Sutton, the low budget company that put out budget albums in the 60s. This next, forgot to tell you, this guy on the back, Bill Bartlett, he was their lead guitarist. And if you remember the song Black Betty by Ram Jam in the 70s, he was their singer. Okay, this next one is the second album by the Association, Renaissance. Great stereo copy here in the shrink. Original label, Valiant. So, nice one. Crazy World of Arthur Brown, 1968 on Track Records, US copy with the rare fire pipe sticker on the shrink wrap. And this is from Tops Discount Department Store, $2.39. And I did some check-in. Tops was located back east. I believe that they were founded in New York. This next one is of Cabbages and Kings, Chad and Jeremy. Nice stereo copy here. And this is from E.J. Corvette. And they were a discount department store back east, New York area. Third and final album by the Crying Shame, Synthesis. E.J. Corvette, sticker on the back. Shades of Deep Purple from Sears. And this has got the Hush hype sticker stuck on the cover itself. And I had seen that before, but I never seen it on a cover this nice. And I kind of come to the conclusion that these Sears stickers were color coded for price. So you got the gold one here with the number 8650. Okay. On my Simon & Garfunkel, I got a green Sears sticker, and the number is 8654. So I'm thinking this one was a little bit more expensive compared to the Deep Purple. So that makes sense to me. I don't know how many color Sears stickers there are, but I have 2. Okay, that's it for the shrink. Now we're gonna get into some stuff that this one I had in the 80s. I picked it up in a thrift store, and I probably got rid of it like 30 years ago. And I've been looking for a copy, and I finally found a really nice copy. and it's the first album by Aorta in 1968. Good Chicago psych. Some of this I don't really care for. It's the real poppy stuff. There's like little poppy tunes thrown in, which kind of hurts it for me. But overall, it is pretty strong, pretty adventurous. I would say a lot better than their second album. The second album's pretty disappointing. It's a little more in the country rock sound. So yeah, that's on the 2i Columbia label. This next one is Buffalo Springfield again in mono. And mono is just such a superior mix compared to the stereo. Bold and punchy, you know, just like good mono is. The vocals are up high and nice and clear. And I got a decent copy of it. It's got a lot of hairlines on it, but it plays excellent. I mean, I think I heard one little tick on side one, but the majority of this album just plays excellent. So side one, the mixes are all really great. Side two, I noticed there was a couple of things that sounded a little bit, sort of a little more muddy. For some reason, I don't know why, but just man, just stunning in mono. This next one is Grand Funk Railroad, On Time. It's their first album. Really clean cover. And the vinyl's sort of a nice VG+. Definitely better than what I did have, especially the cover. This next one, this is another upgrade. This is Quicksilver. Well, this I take that back. This one isn't an upgrade, but it's a West Coast pressing, so that's why I got it. So Quicksilver Messenger Service. So this is a Hollywood West Coast pressing. My other copy's real clean in the shrink, but it's East Coast. This next one, this was a huge upgrade for me for what I did have, a cover and vinyl. And it's Happy Trails Quicksilver Messenger Service. This is just excellent condition. It's on the black rainbow, which is harder to find. Usually when you see this album, it's in the green label. Okay, a few more here. 10 years after, real nice, super clean copy of this. This is just a really good album. Arthur Lee, when it came out in 1981 on Rhino. A lot of people seem to like this one. I guess it's good for what it is. At first I didn't get into it too much, but after I listened to it a couple of times, it's pretty good. I did some reading on it, and it's not really a proper album that he did. There's some new tracks on here, I guess, that he recorded, but some of this stuff is from years earlier, from the late 70s, that was he was doing a solo album that never really materialized. So there's a reworking of a song on here. It's an old love song from the 60s, and it sounds like it was from the Forever Changes time period. It's called I Do Wonder. And you listen to that, and yeah, it's totally Forever Changes. There's some cover versions. There's a little reggae. There's a kind of a lame version of 7 and 7 is on this album, which is really disappointing. I wish he would have done something really killer with that song. But it's pretty good, and it's his last album that he did, you know. So I got a real clean copy of it. So it's got some liner notes that he did, but It's not very informative compared to what you could find out about this album online. This next one is one that fell through the cracks, and this is the last one that I'm going to show. This is a great copy of the first Jack Scott album, 1958. It's got the glossy cover. If you have this album with just a flat finish, that is an early 60s reissue. So really nice and clean. The only thing I can really say bad about it is it's got a little bit of a ding right here on the corner. But other than that, it would be like a near mint cover. So that kind of knocks it down to about an excellent. And the vinyl is near mint, and this is the label. So the second pressings of this, the label is very similar to that, but they're a little bit different. So I got that for like $13. And you would think that they would go for a lot of money, but they only go for maybe 50, 60 bucks near mint. The trouble is, it's got 4 good rockers on it, but the rest of it is all ballads. There's some pop ballads and there's some R&B ballads, and the album opens up with an upbeat gospel song. So that's the reason why I don't think it's worth a whole lot of money. It's not particularly rare, but in that condition, I'm sure they're hard to find. Interesting fact, Jack Scott, he was Detroit's first rock and roll star. So that's pretty interesting there. He was originally out of Canada. He was born there. He's in the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame, and he's been called the greatest Canadian voice in music. So that is what I have to show for today. Feels good to do some recent finds. And what has been on the turntable is Paisley Underground from the early 80s, True West. Excellent band. I wish I had seen them back in the day, but that did not happen. So everybody take care. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good one. Later.